Alright, this is Mayhem News Live Wrestling Weekly for 7/27 of 2013. We got a pretty good show going today. There you go, babe. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Got a lot to cover, so we're going to do some headlines to start, and we're going to kind of get this going on the roll here. Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin predicts the Shield will be splitting up. This is a quote. The members get a little more seasoned. He stated this on AfterBuzzTV.com. So we're gonna have to watch and see if the Hall of Famer knows what he's talking about. He's been around long enough; he should know. If you don't know who this is, Brian McGee. He was called Donovan the Future Ruddock. He was formerly of FCW and WWE from 2010 to 2012. He is facing murder charges and the stabbing death of a woman at a Tampa apartment complex. As soon as we get any more updates on that, we'll pass it on for people that know who he is. Former diva Maria Kanellis, pardon me if I mispronounced her name, has had nothing good to say about the Bella Twins, saying the Bella Twins has blocked her and two other divas from being hired. We've heard some stuff like this about the Bellas before. I do respect them a little more than I did before because some of their stuff they're doing off camera. But if they're blocking people from coming back, I can't believe WWE is actually giving them that power to do that. They're allowing them to influence the WWE from hiring someone just because they don't want them there. As far as their off-camera annex, and stuff like that, and their things that they've been doing with special needs and Special Olympics and stuff like that, I give them a little more. But as far as their character in the ring goes, they shouldn't be blocking nobody. I'm sorry. It seems the Shield has some background heat. Was on the rise prior to Money in the Bank. There was some talk between officials that something between Rollins and the Big Show and Reigns and Orton was the source of the heat. But after the huge success of their pre-match Money in the Bank with the Usos, the heat has said to be over. There was some talk that Vince McMahon actually wanted them punished, but Triple H fought to keep them from being punished.
Happy birthday, Triple H.
Kept them from being punished and being strong on TV. Also, we want to say happy birthday to Triple H. Today is his birthday, and tomorrow is his daughter's. And is this the youngest one?
Oldest.
The oldest daughter is tomorrow's birthday. Aurora. We want to wish her a happy birthday, and Triple H a happy birthday today. And so we're gonna move on to TNA. We got lots of stuff going on with TNA. Before I actually get to the show notes, I'm going to cover some headlines for TNA. Destination X got a 1.16 in ratings with 1.494 million viewers. This was an increase from the week before with only a 0.99 and 1.190 million, 0 million viewers. It's a pretty good jump. So they did achieve what they wanted to by making a pay-per-view a regular show. I still don't think it was a pay-per-view atmosphere, but it's the first time they've done it on a show.
Correct that.
Okay, we got a correction.
His middle daughter's birthday.
It's his middle daughter's birthday tomorrow, not Aurora.
She just had a birthday.
Yeah, she recently had one, but it's the his second child. Murphy is the. Yeah, Murphy is the one that has a birthday tomorrow, so we want to wish them, and we'll wish a belated birthday to Aurora as well. So, all right, the PWInsider.com reported there are 5 wrestlers that did not have active licenses to wrestle in Missouri, which left TNA and the Missouri show with only 8 people that could compete. There are restrictions in some states concerning pro wrestling, and apparently this is something that's not took care of by the wrestlers. It's usually took care of by the shows and the company. So apparently TNA dropped the ball. So it was a really bad embarrassment for TNA. I mean, the guys that wrestled, some of the people that I've seen tweet and talk about being there, they put on a good show, but it would have been better if all the licenses problems hadn't been there. So it was kind of an embarrassment, and with all the other stuff going on in TNA, you know. All right, the TNA last Thursday's Impact Wrestling, the Main Event Mafia opens the show, brings out Saban to congratulate him on his win at Destination X, and Bully comes out with his lawyer and states he will sue if his title isn't returned. Really? Then he actually has the gall. I mean, he does make a good heel. The fact that he comes out and he says, you know, he used a hammer. He hit me in the head with a hammer. And I just expected Hogan to walk out and start showing footage. Hey, look at all these times you won by hitting people in the head with a hammer. But, you know, the fact that he had to come out with this lawyer and talk about, you know, I literally expected, I'm sorry, I literally expected Joseph Park to come out and hit the black hole slam on the lawyer. I really did, which would have been really cool. But that's how they opened it up. All right, we had our first match. Manic took on Sanjay Dutt, and let's see if I can say this guy's name without butchering it. Marasculo. Manic actually won the Ultimate X match. It was probably the match of the night. It really was. They were, I mean, on top of Ultimate X cage, the rafters area of the Ultimate X ring. I mean, Sanjay Dutt and this, I'm not even going to say his name, Marasculo, they were on top, which allowed, you know, basically Manic to crawl across the ropes and get the belt for the win, and he gets to use the first to use the new Ultimate X, I mean, the X Division title. So congratulations to Manic. Mr. Anderson wins with a mic check against Hernandez, and you know, you can say what you want to about the Aces and Eights, but Hernandez is not some little guy. He's not some jobber, and I don't even like to use that word. He's not some guy that comes out and loses every day. Hernandez is a big guy. I mean, he is, and Anderson won. He hit him with the mic check. There was no cheating involved. You know, he was a straight up match, and so Hernandez is a tough opponent to beat. So they gave us a great match. We had a little more hints of the Abyss Park angle with Eric Young. Eric Young is like comic gold, y'all. I mean, he is funny. He really is. And he shows Park the video of the black hole slam on the ref, and Park is like telling him, "Well, that wasn't me. I don't remember that." "Oh yeah, it was you. It was you." "Yes, it was." You know. And he says he's going to help him and walks off. And then they talk about that there was some kind of porn site or something on the little iPad that he had, and Park was like, "My secretary's been using that." That was really funny. Okay, second best match of the night, Gail Kim versus Mickie James. It was a great knockout match. This is what we have come to expect from, you know, the knockout division. and it's they don't have 3-minute Divas matches like the Divas do. They actually have, this was a full scale match, and I think it's great, with Gail Kim losing to Mickie James due to outside distraction, and of course she gets into ODB's face. And the good thing about this match is they announced ODB going to be returning to action and in the ring, so that's going to be awesome. Just hit it, and then it'll say HD.
That's what I tried to do, and it wound it. It's on record now. Recorded. It'll pop up and it'll catch up in you.
Yeah. All right.
Just hit okay.
Yeah. It's in HD, I guess. Anyway, we had Daniels versus Joe, Samoa Joe. It was a good match. It's a shame they let Anderson interfere. We didn't get to see who would have won the straight match. And this supposedly Daniels had never beat Samoa Joe in a straight up match, 1-on-1. So, but Daniels is okay. I like Daniels, but I kind of rank him as far as his character up there with Fandango, which is not a good thing. I don't know, anyway. Styles versus Hardy was as good as expected, with a hint of the old AJ Styles. He get the Pele kick, which he hadn't used in a while. This was, AJ winning with 10 points with the calf killer. And on his Twitter account and some stuff, people said, he told Dixie, TNA Dixie, he said, so you want to see the old AJ Styles, and kind of made a hit, kind of poked at her husband a little bit. So I don't know. Hogan tells, at the end of the match, end of the show, Hogan basically tells Bully Ray that TNA is going to stand behind the ring, results of last week's TNA match, and announces Hardcore Justice on Spike. So they're going to have another pay-per-view, and on regular TV time, and that the first match announced for that show would be Bully and Sabin for Bully's rematch, and it will be a cage match. So that's going to be interesting. So I think it's going to be good. All right, we're going to move on to SmackDown, which SmackDown today was really cool, and it was a pretty good show compared to some of the other ones. And but Orton versus Sandow was the first match. It was an awesome match. Sandow and Orton were on their game, with Orton getting the RKO and the win after Cody Rhodes distracts Sandow by stealing the Money in the Bank case.
Good going, Cody. Good going.
And they're really making Cody look strong, and I have a feeling that if Sandow goes on to win the title, that's who is good. That Cody's going to be his opponent. And if this is one of those long, drawn out, feuds, it's going to end up being a good match for the title. So, all right, well, CM Punk come out after this, still sporting the hash burn sideburns, looking like I swear he looks like Wolverine. He just needs to put the claws on. But anyway, he comes out and does what he does best. He cuts a pipe bomb on Heyman and Lesnar. Funny crap. He's pretty much telling Heyman, I'm going to destroy everything that you are. And of course, Fandango thinks it's a good time to come out and interrupt CM Punk, and finds out that no, not really. It's just nap time, because basically Fandango gets hit with the go to sleep, and pretty much CM Punk says, not a good day. Picked the wrong time. Mark Henry and the Usos opened up a can of Shut Your Mouth. They didn't use a whoop ass, they used Shut Your Mouth, and defeated primetime players, or primetime botchers as I like to call them, with Wade Barrett. I think it's really good. I like the chemistry between Henry and the Usos. I think it's about time that they get a push. I think it's a great opportunity for the Usos, and I think it's about time that people recognize that they're not some young team anymore, that they've actually grown, into a prime time, no pun intended, group, a team, and I think that's what they need to do. I think it's going to be great, and as JBL said, I'm pretty sure Papa Rikishi's sitting at home smiling, the whole time. So, and he's been posting pictures from SmackDown on his Facebook and Twitter. So, Alberto Del Rio and Rob Van Dam put on a good match with Alberto taking the win. It really wasn't nothing, spectacular, but Rob Van Dam and Alberto working pretty good together in the match. Okay, funniest crap of the night had to be the Comic Gold Award goes to Ziggler and AJ Lee. AJ Lee's out there doing her state of the mind address, as she called it. That was her words, not mine. Basically, Ziggler comes out, interrupts. She goes to cutting up his driver's license, and she scattered stuff all over the ring. He's pretty much laughing. She actually gets out of the ring. Now this starts to get interesting. She gets out of the ring and starts coming toward him, and suddenly, out of nowhere, Caitlyn spears her. And
the look on her face.
Yeah, Ziggler's got this look on his face, kind of cocked sideways, looking at AJ, going, So, and then, of course, Big E gets out and he gets a zigzag right there on the ramp, which I thought was pretty out of the blue. Ziggler hits him. So here's a question: Ziggler and Caitlyn, that might be interesting. I think maybe they're hinting at it a little bit. I don't know. It's kind of funny. Christian goes on to defeat the We the People, Jack Swagger, and the We the People fall. So Jack Swagger is on kind of a losing streak there a little bit. And at the end of the match on SmackDown, it's really, really funny because Cody is found by Sandow, and they kind of tussle, and Cody actually throws the Money in the Bank case into the water, and then eventually Sandow ends up in the water, and that's how SmackDown goes off the air. And I think it's really, really funny that, because if you think about it, think back a little bit on your history, your WWE history. Stone Cold and The Rock did pretty much the same thing, with The Rock threatening to throw the skull belt into the water. And I think it's good that they're redoing some of those things. I like the fact that they're making Cody seem really, really strong, and I think him and yeah, and we want the match, okay? We want the match, Goldust versus Cody Rhodes, a legacy match. We want that. Most people that I talk to think it would be a great match to watch, whether it be on Raw, whether it be in a pay-per-view. We want this to happen. Basically, we're going to do some sponsor stuff now. Zach Pack Promotions, that's at Zach Pack Promotions on Twitter, or Zach Pack, and it's their Twitter is at ZPack Promotions, and it's Zach Pack Promotions on Facebook. You can also go to www.zachpackpromotions.com, and if you're looking for their Busting for Autism stuff, it's www.zachpackpromotions/Busting for Autism. You'll find all the information there. It's November the 16th and the 17th in Katy, Texas at the VW Hall. one of their big things that's going on is you can actually buy the privilege of having lunch with a star, lunch with a wrestler, Snitsky, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Joey Emmett, Sergeant Slaughter, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Honky Tonk Man, just to name a few, and Dustin Runnels or Dustin Rhodes 1, Goldust will be there. And also a new one they've added, Rikishi will actually be there as well, and she is working on some other folks too, the people that Zach Peck is. So we need to follow them on Facebook, tell them, send them a message that Mayhem News Live sent you. Give them up. If you don't know what they do stuff for autism, they do stuff for Down syndrome, fundraising, they do cancer, pretty much anything that's close to their heart. And it's a great organization. We appreciate their sponsorship. We will be going. They will be having a whole bunch of people there, and those are just some of the wrestlers that I mentioned. So there's going to be other people there. All right. Second sponsor, and this sponsor is actually helping Zach Pack. My wife's fighting disability slurs.wordpress.com. What she's doing is trying to fight any kind of disability slur. The R word's a big one. Fighting any kind of racial slurs, you name it, lesbian, gay, any kind of, just anything putting down anybody, period. Bullying, anything like that. So that's what she's fighting. And she's actually doing some crocheting. She has a Creations by Kim that she's doing some crochet stuff that they're going to be trying to, sell or give away. So raising money for that. So, okay. Our last sponsor, and that's Throttle. If you don't know who Throttle is, where in the hell have you been? Throttle, that's THRODL, all caps. They are a band, and they are the ones, the music that you heard at the front of the show is actually their band, and it's New Blood. That's our theme song. We appreciate them allowing us to use that. All of their singles and albums can be purchased by iTunes. Their new album will be coming out soon. As soon as we get when it's coming out, we're going to be doing some stuff with them. We're going to be doing some contests and stuff. So just keep posted. We're going to be giving some stuff away. So the new album is going to be Razor Wire Finish Line. It will be coming out soon. Okay. In September, the first week of September, we will be going back to live on Google Plus through the Hangouts. I will have my computer by then, unless I can't find one at that time. I will keep you posted. We were going back live. We will be actively seeking, Ms. Stacy Lynn and I will be seeking another host. We're looking for another co-host. So it's just me and Stacy Lynn right now. Obviously, she can't be on here right now because